So I wanted to talk about the state of the Boston Celtics. Is it time to hit the panic button? Some people are saying no, and some people are saying they have some concerns. And I have some concerns with the Boston Celtics. I've been stating this before they won the championship when Joe Mazzulla took over as head coach with his offense being predicated on shooting threes as a high percentage shot. Now, last season was a great season, nonetheless. Why? Because we won the championship. Now, this year, I don't know what's going on. I hear certain things behind closed doors. For those who do know, or for those who don't know, I should say, I live in Boston, Mass. So we're big on sports, and sports talk is super heavy in this city. And that's with all of the Boston teams. Okay. But I hear rumblings, about what's going on with the team, is there issues and stuff like that. Now, me, when I listen to players and head coaches speak, I listen for trigger words where certain things that is said may go over the average thinker's head, but me, I'm a critical thinker. So I listen to the wordplay and stuff like that, you know? And Jayson Tatum said in the press conference last night that there's some things that they need to wrinkle out behind closed doors. Now, to me, I take that as there's some issues with certain players on the team. Now, I'm not even going to get into that yet. But I want to talk about how you got a, 7+ whatever footer on the team, which is Kristaps Porzingis. What's going on, Ty? I mean, T. What's going on, T? I said Ty. My fault, bro. But I was just talking to my homeboy Ty. That's why I called you Ty, because he's pissed at what he sees on the basketball court with the Celtics. So, like I want to say again, um, Porzingis is over 7 feet tall. There is no reason why, yeah, he could shoot threes, but there is no reason why this man should not be getting the ball in the post. Drew Holiday can post up. There's no reason why he shouldn't be getting plays called for him to post up the defenders that, is D'ing him up, right? When most of the time he has that advantage because he has low post moves to the basket. There's no reason why Jayson Tatum should not be close to the basket and be posting up. There's no reason why Jalen Brown, shouldn't be posting up. There's no reason why Al Horford, who started his career, okay, with the Atlanta Hawks, who was playing close to the basket, now you got him playing further away from the basket. There's no reason why Derek White, who has some low post moves, shouldn't be getting easy baskets. Now, again, I'm going to say this. I don't come from this new era of basketball. And I done talked about this on multiple sports platforms. I come from the era where Larry Bird, who's my favorite player and greatest player of all time, in my opinion, you know, contrary to what other people think and what other people say, it is what it is. He says, as a sharpshooter, as a 3-point shooter, okay, when he goes into a gym, he starts close to the basket and work his way out to the perimeter. Now you got guys going into the gym. They starting off with perimeter shots and then working close to the basket. I don't care about analytics. I don't care about all this stuff with this new era. This is why the views on the NBA, and that's all teams, that the views are low. Why? I know for a fact it's because of the 3-point shooting. Okay? Now there's major sports platforms where they talk about this. Okay? Every single person on a team is shooting threes. What happened to getting close to the basket? Another thing with the Celtics, and I see this not just with the Celtics, with other teams. When was it cool to just let a guy just come down to the basket and just score a layup without getting hard fouled and letting him know, hey, next time you do come to the basket, you're going to think twice about it? No, I'm not talking about 1980s Detroit Pistons clotheslining guys, nothing like that. This ain't WWF. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is hard fouling the guy, okay, letting him know the second time that he thinks about driving to the basket, he already knows there's going to be some hard contact that he's going to get. This game is whack. I don't care what anybody says. There is no good basketball. Back in the days, these guys had identities. Nobody played like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson did not play like Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas did not play like John Stockton or Mark Price, and those guys did not play like Isaiah Thomas. Every individual player had their own individual skills and MO to their game. Okay, talent to their game. These guys, everyone is just shooting threes. It's ridiculous. This is why a lot of people been complaining about it, because it gets ridiculous. Now, Celtics, man, they gave up like, I think 60 points in the paint, and Toronto gave up 40 points in the paint. Like, that's ridiculous. 60 points in the paint, and you think you're going to win that game when guys are just dribbling past their defender. There's no help on the back end. Nobody's screaming help. Nobody's yelling help. You know, hey, help, help. You know what I'm saying? Easy. There's a statistics that they said when Porzingis, for as big as he is, he's not known as a shot blocker. And they said that when Porzingis is out on the floor, the Celtics defense was at a certain percentage, which was a low percentage. Okay. Now, Celtics, to me, the main shot blocker they have on the team is Neemias Al-Qaeda and Derek White. Derek White, for a guard, okay, blocks a lot of shots on a lot of guys. It's not just the person he's defending, but he blocks a lot of other people's because he plays a good help defense, okay, and stuff like that. Like this game is ridiculous, man. Yo, they took away a lot of the, like, you can't hand check and stuff like that because they wanted more scoring. It's the same thing with the NFL. You used to be able to jam the receiver, the DBs, the cornerbacks was able to jam receivers and tight ends right off the line for 10 yards down the field. They shortened it to 5 yards, okay? And stuff like that. They changed a lot of the rules because people was complaining about low scoring games. Listen, man, I'd rather watch a defensive football game and it's a low scoring game like 10-6 and that's the final or something like that. I love watching defensive games like that. I don't want to see quarterbacks just go out there and do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And the score is like 30-34, you know what I'm saying? 27-30, stuff like that, like or even 40 something points. I don't want to see that. I want to see a defensive game. Maybe it's because I played defense in football. You know what I'm saying? When I was playing football, I played corner and free safety. So maybe that's because of that. But still, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see these high scoring, games and stuff like that. Same thing with the NBA. They was complaining about the 80 and the 70 point games. And then they took out all these rules to making every team now score over 100 points. I don't care about that. Because back in the 80s, when you watch a team reach 100 points, whether it was the Celtics or the Lakers or something like that, it was like, oh, wow, they reached the, century mark. They got over 100 points, and stuff like that. That was kind of not just because the defense was up there, but it was kind of a hard thing to do to get these 100-point something games. I'd rather watch a close game. I don't want to see blowouts every night. You know what I'm saying? Now, we could accredit it to, okay, the Celtics won the championship. So all these teams, is gunning to beat them, which is a factual thing. It happens in every sport. When there's a team that wins the championship, the very next following season, the very next year, other teams is gunning to chop your head off. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think everybody's been saying, and I've been talking about this, I love Jayson Tatum, but he's soft. Let's put the facts out here, man. He's soft. I don't care what anybody says. Why would all these old school Hall of Fame players, superstars, former ex-players say, yeah, he's got a lot of talent, but he's soft? I mean, bro, I could play the sports radio with it. We've been bashing Jayson Tatum for years. Besides that dunk that he did on LeBron James and stuff like that, where's that intensity like that? The man just wants to shoot. Like, how many games Celtics fans or non-Celtics fans watch where they give Jayson Tatum the ball to end the quarter, to end the game, and he doesn't close it out, man? I'm tired of seeing this man dribble, dribble, dribble. He barely have any handle skills, okay? People talk about JB. Jayson Tatum don't have no ball handling skills. Let's be real. Like me, I like to call it straight down the line. I don't care if it's my favorite team or my favorite player. We got to be real with ourselves. We got to people got to start taking accountability. Nobody should be afraid or of feeling uncomfortable about the truth. The truth is the truth at the end of the day. Let me read your comment. What's up, Tanja? What's going on? Peace and salute for tapping in. Yeah, facts, T. And you're not even a Celtics fan. You're a Lakers fan, and you see that. But that's just calling it how you see it. It's facts. The man don't like no contact, and the little contact that he get, he be sitting there complaining to the refs while the other team get the ball and they running down the other end. Fast break. Why? Because it's a 5-on-4. Because you want to sit there and chit chat with the ref and it's air. All you got to do is the best players talk about it. When a foul is made and it's not called on you, instead of bickering, you just talk to the ref. It's called working the ref. I learned that early on in my teenage years when I was playing basketball, because I used to do the same thing. And the coach used to sit me down and say, Mel, while you're sitting there chit-chatting with the ref, they ran a fast break down the other end, and it was a 5-on-4. You know what I'm saying? How 4 players is going to defend 5. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I had to get it into my head. The ref said before every game, go talk to the refs. Say, hey, number 23, he's known for hacking. You know what I'm saying? Watch how he does these underlining things and stuff like that so y'all don't see. Watch how he tugs on my shorts. Watch how he pulls on my jersey and stuff like that. Now, by you having a conversation with the ref, he's listening to you. Cool, calm, and collective. If you're yelling and screaming at him, what do you think the ref's going to do? They're going to call a tech on you, and now that's an extra point for the other team. Okay? And now you letting the referee impact the game because of you bickering to the ref. Why don't work the refs before the game? At halftime, talk to the refs. That's all you got to do. This dude's been doing this his whole career. Now I'm out here. I don't miss any game. I watch every game that the Celtics play. Even if I leave my home, I go to someone else's home or wherever I'm at. If the Celtics are playing, I'm like, yo, put it on the Celtics. And I'm watching the game. So I know what I'm talking about. Nobody can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Man, Bronny needs some work, bro. That's why he's in the G League. Bronny should have never got that contract that he got. We all know he got that because of his father. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James controls and dictates the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They're catering to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother subject and topic for a whole nother day. How, you know, all ESPN and all these platforms are pushing like LeBron is he reads some stats, but look how long he had to play to you know what I'm saying, to achieve these stats that he achieved. Come on, look how long he played. You know, y'all seen the video of him supposedly popping some pill. Now that's a whole nother story for another day about him supposedly being on HGH. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But yeah, man, like, yo, you losing to the Raptors? I'm not saying the Raptors are trash, but come on, bro. They're not an elite team. Let's be real. They're not an elite team. You shouldn't be losing to teams like that. You shouldn't. You're sitting there shooting all these threes, taking yourself out of the game. I think they was 14 for 46 threes. So you only made 14 threes out of 46 attempts. That is bad, bro. I'm sorry. That is bad. That is horrible. And that's another thing. A lot of people talk about Joe Mazzulla's in-game coaching where he doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point on having a coaching staff if you're not going to listen to them? What's the point on having assistants on the bench if you're not going to listen to them? I'm not saying he's not listening, but come on, bro. You should be a coach already now to make great in-game adjustments. You played, you used the zone in the second half, and it seems like the zone didn't even work. So why was you still running it if it's not working? If it's not stopping the other team, get out of that. Come up with another defensive scheme. That's like a coach trying to coach a professional NBA player how to score. When he's already in the NBA, he's known for scoring. You don't have to teach that. Teach the things where they lack at. That's what a great coach does. Oh, you're not a good defensive player? Let's get your defense up to par, okay? Because you lack in that area. It's like running a Fortune 500 company. If I know you, T Grizz, if I know T, okay, T Wriggles is good on as an IT, why would I have him working an office job if his strength is being an IT tech. So you got to put people where their strength is at. Come on, bro. They've been talking about this for years. Y'all just don't know about it because y'all are out of the state. Y'all out of the city. So y'all don't hear what we hear every day about these teams. Come on. Like Jayson Tatum sitting there shooting all these jump shots. Listen. Listen. Listen to this. This is sports talk out here. They started their show off talking about the Celtics loss. Look at this. Celtics got outscored 85-68 after the first quarter. Come on. I.e. Jaylen Brown to alleviate a luxury tax bill as bids start to come in to buy the team. Now, the Boston Globe reported earlier in the week. Well, they're talking about they had a chance to trade Jaylen Brown and they didn't trade him. I don't think they should trade Jaylen Brown. Okay, because the misconception early on was, oh, those two guys can't play together. And last season, proved that they can play together. That's not the problem. Because to me, all around, Jaylen Brown is an all-around better player than Jayson Tatum. Now, Jayson Tatum has more upside and more skills than Jaylen Brown. But I'd rather take the guy that my eye shows me what he does in the game, how he affects the game. Even if he doesn't score, he's still shutting down by playing great defense. Jayson Tatum is not known as a great defender. He's not. Like, bro, we got to call it out what we see, man. People got to stop being watered down in this era. People got to stop worrying about people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. We got to call it what it is. It's not about being cruel. It's not about being rude and this and that or being disrespectful. No, we got to call it how we see it. This is why I like listening to Shaq, Charles Barkley, and those guys. Now, yeah, sometimes they do make insane comments and stuff like that. But hey, at the end of the day, that's their opinion. That's their perspective. These are Hall of Fame players. I don't knock that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they could say some outlandish stuff. But how many people say outlandish things in the world? You know what I'm saying? So are we new to this? No, we're not. Let's be true to this. Come on, Jayson Tatum is soft. That man could be driving by anybody, bro. You 6'9", 6'10". There's no excuse why you're not going to the basket more often. And you're not getting closer and playing with your back closer to the rim. You're 6'9", 6'10", bro. There's no excuses for that. That should be pissing me off, bro. Bro, I done coached before. You know what I'm saying? I done coached before, T. I coached before. I coached AAU. You know what I'm saying? My AAU team was like 18 and under. I coached Pop Warner football. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But a lot of these dudes is soft, bro. They soft. Yo, write what's up in the chat real quick, because I modded you up. So just write what's up in the chat so I can see that if you're modded up. All right, cool. Word. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I said it on another sports platform where, you know, when I was coaching Pop Warner, this was the start of the change of a lot of things where when you signing up, it basically said like certain words you can't use. So if a kid is fat, you can't say, "Oh, come on, you fat boy, do the hills, run up and down them hills." You know what I'm saying? You can't do that as motivation. Bro, if people listen to recordings of us being coached back in the 80s and 90s, people would have been like, yo, locking up coaches because it was verbal abuse, okay? Verbal abuse. But they wasn't doing it intentionally. They was doing it to motivate you. So if you had a lot of weight on you, they was calling you fat so it can motivate you. It wasn't to disrespect you. It wasn't to belittle you. It was used as a motivational tool. Nobody ran home and was like, "Oh, Mom, the coach was calling me fat." Or, "Hey, Dad, the coach was calling me fat." Now you can't use certain words. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You can't tell a kid that is a boy, "Oh, you acting like a girl." You can't say stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? You get fired or whatever. You know what I mean? But let's be real. Look at that. It says Raptors outscored the Celtics 85-68 after the first quarter as Boston struggles continue with third quarter losses in the last 5 games. Bruh, it's been crazy. The last, I think, 20-something games. Like, listen, it says Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for season low 26 points on 9 for 31 in the field goal percentage. 9 for 31 in field goal. They struggling, bro. And this is another thing. Dog, Sam Hauser's not doing nothing coming off the bench, okay? He's not providing you nothing. I don't know why they let Lonnie Walker go, okay? They let Lonnie Walker go. And to me, they should have never let Lonnie Walker go. What I would do, since Porzingis is fragile, what I would do if I was the coach of the Celtics, I would be having Al Horford start, and I would have Porzingis come off the bench and play with the second unit so he could do what he needs to do, okay? So he could get the ball more, okay, and affect the game in a more effective way. Like, bro, you a professional coach on a professional team, and you don't have no adjustments. You can't shake things up. You can't shake the lineup up. Who's gonna get in their feelings? Porzingis been in and out of you know what I'm saying, and he's already injury prone. So I would tell Porzingis, the first thing I would talk to him and say, bro, this is to keep you healthy. We're gonna have Al Horford start and have you come off the bench with the second unit, okay? Come on. It says Porzingis says Celtics had no spirit, no personality in the loss to Raptors. Bro, how can you what do you mean no spirit and no personality? Dog, every night you hit the floor, you should be looking, even if it's the bottom of the barrel teams you playing, you should be making you should be making an emphasis to show these teams that they can't even ball with us. Don't even have them, bro. What's his name? I forgot his name. One of the Raptors players, one of their good young players, scored on Jayson Tatum and was clapping all in Jayson Tatum's face. And Jayson Tatum just sat there and looked at him. Did nothing, didn't even say anything. Bro, that's what I'm saying. These dudes are soft, bro. Soft. You got a team that's at the bottom of the barrel playing against you, and they in the game from the beginning of the ball, the tip off. They in the game and feeling good about themselves. A team like that should never be feeling good about themselves. Cause why? Y'all playing down to your competition. And that's been going on for years. It didn't matter what head coach we had, they'd be playing down. But with Joe Mazzulla, it really happens, playing down to their competition. Come on, bro. That's why I'm happy that Mike Vrabel is coaching the Patriots. What's his name? Gerard Mayo is more like a corporate guy. So he's not going to put his foot down. But Mike Vrabel, he's under that Belichick tutelage. And they already said that in Tennessee. They said the more Mike Vrabel said he wasn't trying to be like Belichick, he was acting like he was Belichick. And I'd rather have a coach, bro. Our Patriots team had no identity. That's the same thing with the Celtics. What is their identity? They don't have an identity. What is their identity? They don't have an identity. Let me see. Y'all got. Yeah, Drew Holiday. Exactly. No, I know he's from LA, but that's my point. Like, bro, you got all these guys on the team and you're losing. You got mad talent. There's teams that would die for some of the talent that the Celtics got just with the starting lineup, okay? Just with the starting lineup alone. So you mean to tell me you can't shake up the lineup and say, all right, I'm going to have Drew Holiday come off the bench. I'm going to have Porzingis come off the bench. Those are two automatic scorers that you got coming off the bench. Move Jaylen Brown, to the shooting guard, okay? You drop what's his name? You could drop JT, okay? You could drop JT, Jayson Tatum, to the shooting forward, okay? You could start Al Horford at the power forward, which is his original position. There's a lot of guys out of position. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, when you play in an athletic team, yeah, you could switch up too and match up with the other team that's athletic. And that's the problem too. Celtics be having problems with athletic teams. You know what I'm saying? And the Raptors is an athletic team. The teams that they wash up and they do whatever they want to is because they don't match up in talent, one, and they don't match up athletically with the Celtics. That's why the Celtics is able to do what they want to do to these teams. Bro, come on, man. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Like a professional coach doesn't want to shake nothing up. So what you worried about guys' feelings? I wouldn't be worried about guys' feelings. If anything, you're making a statement by switching it up, by shaking the whole lineup up. Hey, guys, I'm going with you. You coming, you starting. You're not coming off the bench. You going down to the bench. Like, that's what you're going to do. Now you're going to get their attention. But we in an era where it's super soft, guys are super fragile, and all this other shit, man. It's sad, bro. It's sad. that Joe Mazzulla can't shake up the lineup, bruh. Dog, you got all this talent and you don't know what to do with it. So how much of a real good coach is he? If he won with talent, he had all the talent last year. That's why the team was doing what they was doing. Come on, man. Shake up the team. Have Porzingis come off the bench. Put Al as your forward. Jayson Tatum at the 3. Jaylen Brown at the 2. And then start Derek White. That's all you got to do. And then start Neemias Queta at the 5. Now you got an athletic big. Come on, man. Like, bro, you don't know how to shake up a room? You don't know how to, bro, this shit is sad, bro. It's just sad. It's sad, man. I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. A lot of people, oh, Joe Mazzulla's, no, he's not a good coach, bro. He's not. That's like Phil Jackson. Have Phil Jackson ever, built a team from scratch? No. He walked into a great situation. So how much coaching do a guy got to really do when you got all this talent on a team? But people want to dub him the greatest coach of all time. So we're just skipping over Red Auerbach. Red Auerbach was constructing the Celtics teams back from the 70s and the 80s or 60s to the 70s. He was construction team. That man caught a lot of flack for making Bill Russell a player coach. When around that time, we already know there was segregation. There was all this prejudice going on and all this other stuff. Come on, man. Why? Because Red Auerbach knew, okay, he's not only a great basketball player, but he has a great basketball mind as well. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. So when I step down, I'm going to make him the next coach. So the team could still keep winning championships. Come on, man. Then he made Tommy Heinsohn a head coach as well, too, of the Celtics. That's why the Celtics won championships when Tommy was a coach. Come on, bro. Like, man, no, this is sad, man. It's sad. This thing be pissing me off, bro. It be pissing me off watching these games. You thinking the Celtics is supposed to mock this team, you know what I'm saying? Like a cleanup in aisle 5. And then you watch the game, you flick back to the game or whatever, and you just watching the game pissed off. You're like, bro, look, really? The Raptors? The Raptors beat y'all and outscored you 85 to 60 something? Come on, man. That's ridiculous, bro. After the first quarter, like, come on, man. Teams is taking it to y'all. They taking it to y'all. They flexing in front of y'all face, and y'all ain't doing nothing. Nobody's doing nothing. Nobody's pushing the player. Like, yo, get out my face. Nobody's showing no emotions, no nothing. I really don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But word rumblings is there's a little friction in the locker room. Who knows what's going on? Now they can't blame it on Marcus Smart no more. Come on. He hasn't been with the team for years now. So they can't make that excuse. Oh, it's Marcus Smart trying to run everybody and this and that. Now what's the excuse now? And you think you're a championship team? That ain't championship team. Because the championship teams I grew up watching, bro, they did not play around. They didn't play with the top teams that was gunning for them, and they definitely didn't play with the bottom feeders, bro. They was mopping floors with the bottom feeders. Shoot, Larry Bird told the whole Atlanta Hawks he's gonna shoot only with his left hand and preserve his right hand for when they play against I think he said, I might be wrong. I think he said whatever, but people know what I'm talking about. Y'all can look this up. But he told Atlanta Hawks that he was going to use only one hand the whole game because he's preserving the other hand for when they play the Los Angeles Lakers. Come on, man. Facts. And that was a great player. Dude is telling the whole squad what he's about to do. Man, I'm playing one-handed this whole game because our next game on our schedule is the Lakers, and I'm going to need my other hand for that. And dropped like 60-something points against Atlanta Hawks. I think it was like 63, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Come on, man. Come on. Bro, you got a talented team, and you don't want to shake nothing up, and you keep going to these press conferences, and I'm talking about Joe Mazzulla talking about like, oh, tonight wasn't our night, and all this other stuff. They even asked him, yo, did you even try something new during the game and stuff like that? He's like, oh, no, I didn't try nothing new. I just tried a couple of things to see what would work. It just wasn't our night. Bro, it should have been working. It should have been working. How much of Sam Cassell are you listening to? That man's been in the league for years. He knows how to win. He's been on these great teams and won. The last championship he got, and we're not talking about as an assistant, but as a player, was 2008 with the Celtics, okay? Come on, that dude knows how to win. He's got more experience than you. You was put in the right situation when they had to fire Ime Udoka. Okay, they put you as next up and stuff like that. So come on, man. Like, you don't even got that many NBA experienced guys. That's why I loved when Charles Lee was the assistant coach last year, because in games like that, he was helping out with that. Now he's the Charlotte Hornets head coach. So you just lost somebody that was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I would rather have them gave Charles Lee the head coaching spot for the Celtics, because he don't worry about guys' egos and all this other stuff, guys' emotions. I done seen plenty of times where he was in Jayson Tatum's face last year. And that's what you need. You need assistants that can get in guys' faces. Sam Cassell is that guy, but you need more guys on that bench as assistants to do that. Because one guy can get tired of listening to. So you need other respectful voices in the room. You know what I'm saying? Or on your staff. And that's what Gerard Mayo didn't have. Gerard Mayo's a soft coach, bro. The Patriots didn't have no identity. Now we got Mike Vrabel. That's the first thing he's gonna do, is shake up the whole team and let them know. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be a tough playing team. He already said it in his press conference. We're not gonna go out there and play soft. Gerard Mayo called the team out soft last year, and guys was all in their feelings. And this is what I'm talking about with these new age players. Nigga, if you went out and played the game and you was playing soft, you need to be called out and said you was playing soft, from the star players down to the last guy on the roster. Facts. That's how you get guys' attention. Damn, the Celtics only that. Let me see. The Celtics only led against the Raptors was the first quarter. They never led the game. Yeah, facts, bro. No, they had little leads, but the leads wasn't nothing serious. Because in the NBA, to me, you got to have a lead when it counts, and that's in the fourth quarter. Because the game of basketball is about runs, and it's about stops, and it's about who's going to get that run and who's going to make stops. In the fourth quarter is when it counts. Okay, to me, under 2 minutes or 2 minutes plus, you got to have at least a 15-point lead to really know, all right, this game's over. You get what I'm saying? They ain't coming back. Because a 10-point lead is nothing. If there's time on the clock, a 10-point lead means nothing at all. Bro, this should be pissing me off watching these games, man. Facts. It'd be pissing me off. It's annoying watching a team that is super talented and you playing down to your competition. Playing down. You should be using those bottom feeders as like, yeah, let's try out these plays. You know, we up by like 15. Like, you know, you got guys on the bench that sometimes don't even come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You got Jayson Tatum playing all these extra minutes. This is probably why they're missing shots. This is probably why they had a real bad game, one of the worst games ever. Both of your superstar players. Bro, they need to get some rest sometimes. So what's the point on having a bench? So if you can't rely on your bench players, then why do you have them there? Make some trades. And they're already well over the luxury tax. They're well over, you know what I'm saying? They're well over the luxury tax. I'm not for trading Jaylen Brown, but you gave Sam Hauser a $30 million contract. Really? You should have gave him a number, and if he didn't agree with that number, then you let him go. He could do whatever he want to do, go sign with somebody else, and then you could have gave Lonnie Walker half of that money. Lonnie Walker's a walking bucket. That man could score. Yeah, his three-point shooting may not be all that great, but come on, man. When you need a bucket, you need a bucket. That's how I look at basketball. Who can get me a bucket when we need the bucket? All this dribbling, all these high posts you keep running for guys to get wide open and shoot threes. Bruh, stop that. Stop that. What about running some motions? What about running some motions? You run some staggers, but you're not getting down the post. So what's the point on having Porzingis on the team? You might as well trade Porzingis. And nobody wants Porzingis anyways. But I'm just saying, what's the point on having a fucking 7 or over 7-footer on the team and you're not going to use him to his ability? So you think his strength is shooting threes when he's better at closer to the basket? Because that's what he did when he played with the Knicks. That's what he did when he played with the Mavericks. Yeah, he could shoot threes, but that wasn't his strength. His strength was being his back to close to the basket, being in the low post. But it's just sad, man. This thing be pissing me off, bro. It's not rocket science, man. It's not rocket science, especially when you got a talented team. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket scientists. It's not rocket science to just run a team, bro. With all these talent, shake the room up, shake the starting lineup up, mix and match, do certain things to see what works and what doesn't work. And practice don't mean nothing. You could run all the damn plays and run all the type of lineups in practice. It means nothing. You got to do it when the games count, when it's wins and losses. Practice, yeah. I'm not saying you can't get better in practice. Don't dismiss that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it counts when it comes to the wins and losses against another team that don't care about you. That's when it counts. That's when you should be trying stuff out. All right, let me switch the lineup out. Halftime, you see what's going on. You see guys are just going to the basket as easily as they want, and when they want to. It's like having your house front door wide open for anybody to come in and do whatever they want in your house. And you got defenders on that team. Springer plays good defense. You know what I'm saying? What was the point on signing Xavier Tillman for if you're not using him? The man's just warming up the bench. What was the point on signing him when you could have went and got somebody for that money that you paid him? You know what I'm saying? And the team lacks, dog. Like, yeah, we got big men, but dog, we weak. Almost every team is outscoring the Celtics in the paint. Why? Because it's easy for them to just go to the paint and score. They're not being challenged the way they're supposed to be challenged. Come on, man. Making it way too easy. But I don't want to keep ranting, bruh. I'm off here. I appreciate you, T, tapping in. Tanja, I appreciate you tapping in too, Tanja. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Let me make you a mod. I appreciate you tapping in. Both of y'all tapping in. I'm off out of here, man. I don't want to keep going on a rant and keep saying the same thing over. But, yo, we're not happy with what's going on out here. And people are like, oh, well, they won the championship. So that's it. So because we won the championship, it's cool. And that's the problem. Got a lot of softies around now, man. Twinkie feelings, man, in this era. That's the problem. But yeah, man, salute. I hope whoever watches this on the replay gang, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Maybach Sports. I'm out. Peace.